Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Aurelian Coaching. So I wanted to come to you live today, very informally, ponytail and all, to talk to you about something that I've been experiencing with a lot of my clients lately, and that is the to-do list is way too long. And so what people are experiencing is they've got their kids at school and they're probably doing the distance learning, and that has been, a couple weeks in now. And it might have been rough at first, but it doesn't seem to be getting better for folks. And they're working from home, right? And so they've got a million things going on. They can't focus on one thing at a time. And that to-do list is growing and growing and growing. And what some of my clients are experiencing is paralysis, right? The stress is causing them to freeze up, okay? And they feel like they are in, emergency mode, which is not untrue, right? For a lot of these situations, we're having to make incredible sacrifices lately because we're in this crazy era. So, what to do when you feel that paralysis? So, one thing that I've been coaching my clients on is when you have a to-do list, a couple of things can happen that are ideal, right? One thing is that you're able to narrow your focus. So if you have 10 things to do, you become very practiced at prioritizing well, right? Well, these are the three things out of those 10 that absolutely have to happen, and then you can prioritize, right? And the other thing that could happen when you have a to-do list that's overwhelming, that is a very good thing, is that you realize what things on that list just really don't need to happen at all. I mean, things start dropping off the list, right? Which is a fascinating thing. When push comes to shove, what are the things that stay on the list versus just gotta go, right? So it's a very interesting process. Now, those are the two situations where whether you're prioritizing or you're limiting your to-do list to what just needs to happen and forgetting the rest, those are great situations to be in. But what happens when you freeze up entirely? I had one client who told me, it's just the amount of stress is so high that they're playing an avoidance game, right? Where, they get up in the morning, they get their kids started on their distance learning, and they have a million work things to do. And suddenly it's the time to clean the kitchen, right? They're just distracting themselves with other things that make them feel productive, but they're avoiding having to make the decision on what of those things on their to-do list they're going to do and that they need to do. So here is what I recommend to all of those clients when they are experiencing that paralysis. Now, I work with pretty high achievers, people who are successful, they're accomplished, and you know what? Sometimes they're not used to not performing at a very, very high level. So this is something that's unfamiliar territory for them. And they expect themselves to be able to sort out exactly what needs to happen first, second, and third. But when you are in paralysis, a lot of times that's no longer clear. So what I recommend to my clients is you pick something, one thing. And you know what? This is where I need to coach them on this, is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you pick. And this is why. When you are frozen in stress and anxiety and indecision, your priority at that point is to get out of that space. So when you get out of that space into doing something, anything, then you can be in a place where you can start to prioritize or start to say, well, this doesn't need to be done at all. But you can't even get into that mental space if you're still in paralysis. So my recommendation is just pick anything at all. Anything at all. Pick something, do that thing, get out of paralysis, and then I think you'll find yourself getting the actual momentum that you have been searching for and that you're waiting to magically appear. No, you need to make it appear. Go ahead and pick something. It doesn't have to be the best thing. It doesn't have to be the perfect thing. It doesn't have to be anything. One thing on that to-do list. Get it started, and then you're in motion. It's a lot better place to be. So if you're not already on the email list, you should get on the email list. Go to aureliancoaching.com and sign up there. You'll get an email every 1 to 3 weeks about free upcoming webinars and other things that I've got for you. So go to aureliancoaching.com. You'll see a pop-up to sign up for my email list, or you can just go to aureliancoaching.com/email and sign up there. Okay, great. I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.